My name is Clive Coleman. I feel like something of an interloper here. I'm a former barrister and I'm now the BBC's legal correspondent, but I'm absolutely delighted to be here this morning. Let me just do a few little housekeeping things before we start. First thing to say is that we have an absolutely packed programme for you today. It is a fantastically interesting, vibrant programme, but there's a lot in it, and so we're going to have to crack along. So forgive me if I crack the whip a little bit to make sure that we keep to time during the course of the day. But during the course of the day, we really want you to be as involved as possible. So please do get involved on social media. We have a Twitter hashtag which you can use. It's the same one that we had last year, which is #ColpColfa. So please do tweet to your heart's content. I have to say, and you'll be relieved to hear, that we are not expecting any fires in the building today or any fire drills. So if the alarm does go off, please do evacuate the building to the nearest fire exit and assemble outside, and you will then be directed to a safe place. Just also to mention that during our plenary sessions we have roving mics around the room. Not only roving mics, we have a team of people who've been specifically instructed to wear flat shoes and to run when they see a raised hand. So hopefully they will get to you as soon or almost as soon as you raise your hand. But please do make sure this is your opportunity today. We meet at a time where I suppose it's fair to say there has never been more change in the world of the provision of legal services. Today is all about giving you the opportunity to understand all of those changes and to get on top of those changes and in due course to take full advantage of them. Now, as I say, I am the BBC's legal correspondent. Now, what that means is that I cover a lot of serious legal stories for the BBC. I say serious, ladies and gentlemen, but about a year ago, you may remember, a 5-year-old boy called Alex Nash was invoiced for £15.95 for failing to attend a friend's birthday party. Do you remember this story? Now that no-show invoice was sent by his 5-year-old school friend's mother, Julie Lawrence. It was left in little Alex's little blue school bag, and Mrs. Lawrence threatened legal action if it wasn't paid. Now, that story broke late in the day. I was rushed onto the PM programme on Radio 4 with Eddie Mair, who asked me whether Mrs. Lawrence had a case. Pretty easy answer to that. No, she didn't. A party invitation given to a 5-year-old is not a legally binding contract. There is, in fact, no intention to create legal relations. But Eddie Mair then threw me and he asked me, look, if a children's party invitation did try to create a contract, what might it say? And I said, look, Eddie, I think it's important not to get too legalistic about this sort of thing, but if I was drafting one, it might read as follows. I, the first party, hereinafter referred to as the birthday boy, cordially invite you, the second party, hereinafter referred to as my best friend, to the party of the first party. You, the second party, will attend the party with a gift, present or chattel, which you will transfer to the first party, mine or my mum, thereby rescinding all legal or equitable rights of ownership over it. In the event of a dispute arising in relation to the ice cream or the jelly, the first and second parties agree to mediation at the party by an independent party. Upon the appearance of the birthday cake at the party, the second party will undertake, together with all other parties present at the party, to sing the refrain commonly known as Happy Birthday to and for the benefit at all times of the first party. Now, look, you can make light of that if you will, but I promise you, drafting some of those pass-the-parcel clauses is an absolute nightmare. It really is. And ladies and gentlemen, I remember when my kids were in nursery and they got a party invitation and they asked me, if they could go. Obviously, I advised them to lawyer up immediately. And I think every responsible parent would do that. I ended my session with Eddie on the programme with a little tip. I said, look, with kids' parties, probably best not to give out invitations. Just issue a summons. That way the children know where they stand legally. I think they appreciate it, and you get very few no-shows. Right, okay, enough of that nonsense. Let me begin today's proceedings, if I can, by introducing Enid Rowlands, who is the chair of the SRA board. Enid will say a few words just to set out the context of today. Enid.